I'm Emmy Reinwald, and in this episode, I sat down with Jake Hansen, Gus Dammann, and Anthony Cambria to discuss their wrestling journeys. In this episode, we focused on the mental side of wrestling, how to prepare for a match, and Hersey's wrestling success this season. Thanks for joining, and we hope you enjoy. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The Howl. My name is Emmy Reinwald, and the producer of today's show is RCB. And we are very excited to have the captains of the Hersey Wrestling team, Jake Hansen and Anthony Cambria, as well as the varsity senior Gus Dammann, here in the Dispatch studio, powered by Jet's Pizza. Hi, guys. Thank you for coming in today.
Of course. Thank you for having us.
Of course. How's everyone doing? How was your weekends?
Great. Yeah, we had regionals. Did really well. So.
Yeah. Good weekend, productive.
Good, productive weekend. Okay.
Yeah,
Regionals
sure.
went well.
Yeah, I'd say so. Pretty successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got first place as a team. That's what we wanted, and got it done.
First place as a team. All right, we'll get into regionals later, but my first question for you guys each is, how long have you been doing wrestling, and what made you get into the sport?
I'll start off. Last year was my first year. Kind of got forced into it by Coach Rupp, but it I grew into it, and it made me a better person, not just physically, but also mentally, and kind of taught me some life lessons, and that's really what it's all about at the end of the day.
I've been wrestling since 6th grade. My science teacher, Mr. Hamilton, started the team, and he's like, want to come out? I was like, sure. I ended up really liking it. And it's just, I can't imagine high school without it. It's just been, all my friends do it. It's a great teaching experience, and I really enjoy it. So,
I'm also a 6th grade trained with Anthony over at Thomas Middle School. Shout out Hamilton. Yep, started in 6th grade. Didn't really care for it too much until 7th or 8th grade. I started really taking it serious. Then high school, I got in the RUP train, and it was no going back ever since.
can't get off that.
Yeah.
Is that when you quit Hersey Feeder basketball?
Yes, I did. I used to be an ex-basketball player. RUP captured me from the
Yeah, I also
put it
got
at that.
captured a little bit later. I was escaped for a little bit longer.
You were an
but-
escapee.
Yeah, but then eventually he still got me.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
So, Jake and Anthony, you guys started early, and Gus, you started junior year.
Yeah, it's my second year.
Why
Second
did
junior.
Rupp want you to get into it?
So I quit basketball. I kind of lost love for the game, and I can't just do nothing in the winter. And he was like, "You're doing wrestling," and I didn't really have a choice then.
Yeah.
So
How would you all say you've grown being a wrestler since you've started?
Like
mean,
Gus,
okay.
I'll go. Yeah, like Gus said earlier, just the life lessons. Obviously, physically you grow, stronger, but just the discipline, the life skills you'll take from it, that'll stay with you forever.
Yeah, I'd say it's taught me how to do hard things I really don't want to do. No one wants to wake up and run 3 miles or go to 2 days, 2 practices a day. But wrestling kind of teaches you to do all that stuff with a smile on your face, and I really appreciate that.
yeah, the discipline is really intense. Yeah.
So you're all talking about the word discipline, and wrestling's known to be a very mentally challenging sport. What is one of the biggest challenges you've all faced while wrestling or during wrestling?
I'd honestly say, I was talking about with my dad this weekend. I'd say the most underrated hard part is in between the matches, keeping yourself entertained and busy and not getting sleepy. I had a match, a minute and a half match at 10 a.m. on Saturday, and then my next match wasn't until 2:30. So that's 4.5 hours. I was just waiting around.
Really long days.
Yeah. Long days, and just keeping yourself in it, listening to music, and just trying to stay locked in. Yeah.
I'd say probably the most difficult part for me is just you have to love it to really be good, doing well at it and sticking with it. And sometimes it's just you keep getting beat up, you keep losing. It's just hard to keep coming back and wanting to grind as hard as you have been. And I think that's probably the hardest part for me. But if you have good coaches and good team to support you, it's definitely doable. So
For sure.
Yeah, of course, as the season goes on, your body wears down physically, but I feel a hard part is staying in it mentally. You have all these practices, 2-day practices, then you have all day. It takes up your entire Saturday and Friday night, and it's a lot. And we even have practice sometimes on Sunday. So we're wrestling 7 days a week, and it's kind of hard sometimes to stay in it mentally. So you really got to think yourself in, and that's probably what I say is the hardest part.
So Hersey Wrestling's a very successful program, and you guys are really good. So do you think that being super successful and a great wrestling team makes it pay off for the challenging times?
Oh, for sure.
The success?
Mm-hmm.
I like to think all the work we put in a bunch of time. Everyone here's
Right.
gone in the off season, and everyone trains and does those hard work, and it's nice to see like something come with it, like
Yeah.
to fruition, I guess you can say. So yeah, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, if we all put all this hard work, you might as well be good, you know?
Yeah.
Like easier said than done. I could say all that, but like at the end of the day, well, am I just gonna put on this hard work and then just like lose or like lose in the regional? Like that's just not what we're about. And like even as individuals, like you
Yeah.
want to do well, and like there's no point in going through the entire season. Like it's all tough training mentally and physically, and then you might as well just finish it out. Like it's a tough stretch, but we're gonna like finish it out.
For sure.
Yeah, it's kind of like the expectation now. Like everyone, when you're surrounded by a bunch of kids who are motivated and want to keep going, it's like there's like a couple kids dogging it. It's like they're just gonna fall behind,
Yeah.
and they're not even gonna be on like the varsity.
Yeah.
Back to winning and being successful. I can imagine you guys feel a huge wave of relief. Is that true after winning? And how could you describe the feeling of winning after a match?
That's what keeps you in the sport, truly.
Seriously.
It keeps you coming
Motivation?
back. It keeps you coming back. That is winning that. I mean, it's just like pure bliss.
Yeah.
It's
Like when you lose, it's 1,000%
Yeah,
on
oh,
you.
yeah,
like,
it is.
Like you can't be like, oh, my teammate screwed up. Sorry. My fault. it's all on you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And when you win, you're just like, I did my job. I did what I needed to do for my team. I did what I needed for me to advance in this tournament or whatever you're doing. So it feels fantastic to get your
Yeah.
arm raised.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I definitely like those two words, pure bliss. I mean, it's a double-edged sword, right? It's a double-sided sword. If you win, it's the greatest feeling ever. Like you're tired and you just, wow, it's like a great sense of relief. All the nerves are gone. But then if you lose, you're getting chewed out.
There's no in between.
And yeah, like Anthony said, there's like,
Yeah.
it's all on you. It's all on you. You're the only person out there, and they're the only person that can control the match.
Yeah.
So it's really, it's good and evil. Good and evil.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel the need to ask you guys, do you have any pre-match like rituals or like, I don't know, things that you do to prepare for a match as a team or individually?
I listen to reggae music.
Okay.
It just keeps me calm.
Reggae music, Bob Marley?
Yes, Bob Marley, bump that, and then I just jump rope. That's
Jump
kinda
rope?
all I do, and drink water. That's about it.
Yeah, I do that. I listen to music. I switch off. Depends on how I'm feeling at the time. Sometimes reggae, sometimes rap. And then I'll usually just pace. I just pace back and forth, getting ready for the match.
Just getting some of the
Yeah,
nerves out?
stretch a little.
I'd say I'm kind of a naturalist. I don't really listen to music, but I do kind of like watching like gerbils spinning the wheel before a match.
Do
So,
you?
Yeah.
Like on YouTube?
Yeah, on YouTube. I just look it up. I got like a good video that I watch now like every time. So like, it kind of just calms the nerves because I kind of get like really nervous before matches. It's not funny,
It's on me.
but you're good. You're good.
Okay.
But like it really
It
helps
calms
me
you
calm my
down?
nerves because like I don't know, I get like right before that match, I don't like to warm up too soon, like a couple weight classes before, because then I get too nervous. But like that hamster running in that wheel, that gerbil, like really calms me down.
Got like a good URL you could send our way? Like,
Yeah, I could definitely send
Post
it
on the
over.
Asia, please.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, as I'm sure you guys all know, Hersey Wrestling's slogan is "Lay it on the line." What does that mean to you guys?
I guess I'll take this one first. Lay it on the line. I think it's two things. Like when you first start a wrestling match, you step on a line, and I think what he's trying to do is like say you have to lay it all out there. If you're leaving anything out, you're gonna lose. You have to fight through everything. And I think it's also a motto of like how we should be living our lives. Like you shouldn't be afraid to do like the right thing and the hard thing. So I think it's a combination of those two things.
Did Coach Rupp make that up for the team?
Yeah, it was based off the song "Laid on the Line" by Triumph,
Oh,
which is played in the practice room usually.
Daily,
Yeah, daily.
daily?
Yeah, I mean, Rupp listens to it on the way from
Yeah.
his house over to school to work every
What
morning.
kind of music is that?
It's like
Lay it
Oh.
on the line.
Rock music?
Yeah, it's rock
Um,
music.
Yeah.
Do you or Jake want to say what "Laid on the Line" means to you guys?
I mean, it really was just like what this program embodies, what Coach Rupp embodies, what he's influenced on this entire team. It's like you're putting in your all every day, day in, day out, and it's really what we go by and how you have to think about it the entire time. Like there's expectations are laid on the line. You're giving your all every single time, day, and if there's like nothing less, then lay it on the line.
Right.
Yeah, I like it. And Rupp's expectation is even like win or lose every time. Like if you're going up against a good guy, Like, it's not necessarily as expecting you to win. It's just he wants you to put it all out there no matter
Yeah.
what. Like, don't go out there wrestle scared against anyone. And that's his motto.
Just always go as hard as you can,
Yep.
no matter what.
Yep, empty the tank.
Yeah.
Do you think it's like motivational for you guys?
I mean, yeah.
Almost.
Well, we kind of analyzed the lyrics a little bit, so like it kind of
Yeah.
like gave us a deeper meaning. And then like if he says lay it on the line in match, we're like, oh, got time to
Yep,
turn it up.
here we
Like,
go.
Yeah.
Time to empty the tank.
Yep.
Time to empty
Fire
the
it
tank.
up.
Yep. Leave no regrets out there.
It's like lay it on the line.
Yeah.
Fight.
Up. Stand up.
All right. Is there anything that you think makes Hersey's wrestling program stand out among other wrestling programs, like at other schools?
Joseph Rupslack, I'd
Yeah,
say.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's,
definitely our coach.
if
He
you
seems to
compare
have a
him,
big impact on you guys.
yeah. I mean, if you compare him to any other coach, even kids from other teams are like, there's nobody like that guy.
Wow.
Like, truly.
He's the most like caring lunatic I know.
He is.
Like,
No, like he would cut off his leg for any of us.
yeah.
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 Yeah,
Like
for sure.
we'd have to make weight last weekend, and he was with him till like 11 o'clock.
Oh my gosh.
And like he cares so much.
He's
and
landed on the line.
he is.
Oh, he is.
Oh, yeah.
That's what also, that honestly is one of like the extra motivations. Like, I know, if I know my coach is doing everything he can, like the least I can do is go out there
Right.
and
Exactly.
give him my
Yeah,
all.
like I don't know. I kind of did wrestling like for Rupp. Like he's kind of like my at school dad. Like he coaches all three of my sports, so like I kind of owe it to him to like do this and fight for him. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All right.
Joe Rupslack.
Yep.
Jake and Anthony as captains. What does that like entail for the team? Like, what do you guys do for the team to be captains?
Basically, what we have to do is just make sure everyone's doing their job and like trying to like we have to make sure we're acting right off the mat. Like if kids are in the stands being idiots, we have to like fix them. We go out in the middle of the mat, like we meet the other teams during the coin flip, I guess. And like as a leading perspective, we try our best to show like we try to lead by example and by words. Like we try to have to go out there and be hard. We have to have good practices. We have to show the other team what you like should strive to be. And then off the mat, we have to like make sure our grades are good and be good examples for everyone else to follow by.
Yeah, just good role models.
Yeah, just lead by example. You know, make sure everyone holding them accountable. Like we all try to go over to the club wrestling on Sunday, try to get like an extra workout in there every Sunday, and just holding guys accountable there, like making sure people aren't making up excuses and losing it. But you know, with our team, we have a bunch of guys who are so motivated. Our job is actually it's really not too hard when
That's
everyone's
good.
laser focused
Yeah.
in right now.
It's just keeping everyone in check.
Yeah.
What would you say your least and least favorite parts about being a captains are?
When we screw up, it's like on us.
Yeah.
Oh.
And our coach lets us
Okay.
know for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We've had a couple meetings where.
Yeah. They're like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Yep. Yep.
I'm like, I'm sorry.
For sure.
What about your favorite part?
I guess I think it's very cool to lead something as special as what we have.
Yeah.
Like we put so much time and effort into the sport and this team,
Yeah.
and I think that I get to lead this and be like kind of the front runner in it is
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah. I mean, like being like one of the captains of the ship of like a big team, successful team, it feels really good, especially when we do something big, like win the regional, but that's just the
the first
start.
step, yeah.
Just the start.
It's just like the feeling of being like a leader of like a successful team.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it feels really
Yeah, and
good.
if I could add, like, I feel like the biggest, like, the most impactful part of being a leader is, like, leading by example. And that's hard to do in the sport of wrestling. And these guys really get it done. Like, they're always the first ones there. And they're, like, want to go and always the hardest at practice. And that's hard to do, especially in the sport of wrestling. Throughout the entire whole season, I give them credit for doing it the whole time.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Staying
Yeah.
with it.
Oh yeah, it's in practice because we got like younger kids in the room too. Like people are always watching you. Like you can't take a rep off. Like think of if like the kids who are like the sophomores, they just started wrestling. Maybe they're watching you like take reps off and like laughing during practice. Like what do you think they're gonna start doing? So you just gotta constantly be going at it. It's not always with your words. It is just by example sometimes.
Yeah.
Do you think that as seniors, the younger kids on the team look up to you guys / did you guys, when you were younger, or maybe even you last year, look up to seniors or upperclassmen during wrestling?
Yeah, 100%. I'd say like the seniors when I was like sophomore and freshman, like I would look up to them. They were like I thought they were friends, you know, like Billy Spazzoff.
Yeah, I was gonna say
He-
Billy
Billy?
was.
He was awesome. Everyone loved him. And yeah, I think I try to like lead my job as camp is kind of like I'm kind of modeled after him of just going hard and going after it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, like he said, totally. I mean, like everything, like what I was saying there, I'd be looking at Billy during practice, like what's Billy doing, like all that, just trying to like resemble what, especially like the better guys on the team are doing as well.
So almost like another factor of motivation.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you look up to anyone maybe last year?
Yeah, I mean, I was brand new to the sport, so I didn't know exactly like how to act during practice or like how hard we go, and I quickly got adjusted to that. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
But I would always like, however hard somebody else was going, I'd look like I was with Oleg last year. I mean, it's a great opponent or partner to go with at practice every day, and let's just say I wasn't very good last year compared to this year, and he kind of whooped me. You know, he whooped my butt.
Was he hard on you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it kind of just taught me, like, the standard of just him, like, beating me up to, like, that's how I need to act and how I get.
So
now Gus puts that beating on Pavle Jovanovic. That Oleg put on him.
Yeah.
You think that your time with Oleg, it was, like, worth it to get you where you are now?
Yeah, nah, for sure, because I'm going against this 6'8" giant who's, like, beating me up at practice. So then, you know, I was actually an 11-0 JV conference champ last year, all pins.
Attaboy.
So, I mean, it kind of just taught me, like, these opponents weren't, like, that I went against weren't very good, because I just been wrestling Oleg all year.
As Kelly Clarkson once said, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, Gus.
I like that. That's good. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so regionals. How did that go this weekend? I know we, like, briefly mentioned it in the beginning, but how was that?
It's good. Very good.
We won.
Got 2 champs over there.
Oh, yeah.
First
Appreciate
place?
it.
First place, we won it.
Woo! And you got third place?
Yep, third. So we all qualified for the sectional.
Yep. 13 out of 14 guys on our team qualified for the sectional.
Wow.
So.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah.
13 out of 14, that was at Stevenson, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
Stevenson.
So sectionals, you said that's next weekend?
Barrington,
and then state would be
Champaign.
the week after?
Yep, week after.
How are you guys preparing for that, like this week and the upcoming weeks for these big events?
You know, I'm just trying to, like, I mean, keep running in the morning, but also, like, not, like, overbear myself where I'm feeling like jello going into, like, Friday and Saturday. And just, like, obviously, I've been preparing for this, like, my whole wrestling career, like, these matches right here at the sectional. So, like, obviously, nerves are going to come with that, but I just got to treat it like every other match. Like, go out there, like, just because this is a huge match, do something that, like, I've never done before, or just do something stupid. So, just treat it like every other match.
Yeah. I think I'm just going to go out there. And this week, I'm just going to trust my coaches, do what they want me to do. And I'm just going to go out there with nothing to lose because, I mean, can't wrestle scared and then you lose. So, you just got to be like, I'm here to win and do that.
Yeah.
I'm really just trying to keep my body good. I'm not cutting, obviously. It's a nice part of being a heavyweight. But I just gotta, like, keep my body good and keep it unsore, not sore. Maybe a little bit of ice bath, you know.
Yeah.
Keep that body good. But then also the mental piece, staying in it every day in, day out. And then when it comes to match time, lay it on the line.
Lay it on the line? Yes. Are there any nerves going into it?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Well, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, all the time we put in, it's like, of course, we're going to be nervous. Like, especially, I mean, 3 seniors right here. None of us are wrestling in college. Like, this is it.
Yeah.
It's the last dance.
This is the last dance. So we gotta empty it right here.
I mean, I'm gonna take down William Cole, the #1 seed at the sectional, and then it's gonna be
calling his shot. You heard it here.
Yeah, William Cole, I'm calling you out.
All right. Well.
The How Podcast.
Yeah,
I'm coming for you.
Love it.
All right. Well, I think that pretty much wraps it up. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah.
Splendid time.
Well, that's it for today's show. Thanks to Gus Dammann, Jake Hansen, and Anthony Cambria, and thanks to our viewers for tuning in. Also, thanks to our sponsors, Jets Pizza, right over there on Rand Road. That will do it for this episode. I'm Emmy Reinwald on behalf of RCB. Thanks again. See you on the next episode.
Eat some Jets pizza.
Yeah, Jets.
That sounds good.
Thank you.